It's been several weeks now when we started this series of studies where Philip goes up to Samaria, preaches to the people there. They receive the gospel message. Jerusalem hears about it. They send Peter and John to lay hands on the people for them to receive the baptism of the Holy Spirit. And this has started us off on a whole realm of messages, just dealing with the presence of the Holy Spirit and His work in ministry. I was talking to a couple men just recently, and these are men who have been in ministry for a long time, and they minister to people in several different ways. Homeless people, jail ministry, care ministry, is working with the people who are dealing with mental issues. These guys have been through a lot of stuff, and they have the emotional scars to go with it because they responded to the call of God, and their testimonies are really wonderful, and I love to hear them. But that's not the point here. These are men who at one time in their life heard the voice of the Holy Spirit telling them to do something that was, from the natural perspective of things, it was irrational. Why would you do this? Anybody who would look at it from a logical sense would say no. But yet, they heard the call of God, and they stepped out, and they did what God had bid them to do. Years and years of effective ministry, hundreds of people touched because the presence of the Holy Spirit moved upon humanity, and a human person opened their hearts and said, Holy Spirit, do with me what you desire to do with me in ministry. And it's just an amazing thing. And you see, this has replayed itself over and over and over the centuries. But now we're in a new day, and we have young people out there. And a lot of them are searching. What is it that God's called me for? I had a young man make this statement one time. He was preaching a sermon to a bunch of preachers. I was in the audience. And he said to us, he said, you guys, you need to write books. You need to write books about your experience so that us young people can read your words and follow your example. And I thought to myself, that's amazing. I put that on the back page of the book that I wrote, Dreams and Visions and Stories of Faith, because his words of encouragement that says, hey, you heard the voice of the Holy Spirit. You responded to it. Ministry has happened. Tell us about it. And that's what I did. I wrote a book. And I don't know. I may not be alone in that. There may be some of you. You just need to write a book. At least make some notes so that young people can see what it's like to listen and respond to the Holy Spirit and the call of God. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.